welcome everybody to the biggest announcement in Nowsite history. If you are excited, drop me a 1 here in the chat. I want to see tons and tons and tons of people dropping a 1. Today, we are all going to make history together. We are going to meet our new partner. It is extremely exciting. We've all been holding our breath, waiting for this moment, and we all get to share it together. I'm really excited for everybody here and everyone inside of our Nowsite family. Look, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on over to our founder and CEO, Justin Belobaba. Let's all give him a big welcome. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Cheryl. Hey, everybody. Big day, huge day. Great to be here. Could not be more excited about today. As you know, yeah, we've got some major news to share, and it couldn't really come at a better time. For those of you that we have been part of this this epic journey of ours, 6+ years of getting to a place where we are totally dialed in on the exact right industry for us, right? Which is obviously network marketing and, solving real problems in very, very real ways, with by far the best tools ever made in this industry for, to help people succeed online, people succeed in network marketing like never before. And so we got to that point of really things really clicking. I would say that happened in the last year, and for about the last year or so, we've known that we're ready as a company. Like, we are ready to take this product to the world and help millions and millions of network marketers succeed. But we also know that to do that, we couldn't do it alone. We needed to find the absolute perfect partner to help us get our message out and our product out to millions and millions of people. But there was a problem. I'm pretty new at this, right, guys? I don't have 30 years of network marketing experience like some people. So I was unsure of who would be the perfect partner. So I did what I think any tech savvy person would do. I asked my AI. And I want to show you what my AI told me to do. And I swear, obviously, I'm mainly joking, but this is 100% real, and it's so cool. So just check this out, everybody. This is a real chat. So if you can see at the bottom of my screen, I asked Justin AI, who is the #1 thought leader in network marketing? And this is what my AI told me. It said, in the world of network marketing, there are many influential thought leaders who've made significant contributions. However, if I were to pick one, I'd say Eric Worre. He's widely recognized as a top thought leader. He's author of Go Pro, 7 Steps Becoming a Network Marketing Professional, considered a must-read. He's also the founder of Network Marketing Pro, a platform that provides training and resources for network marketers. So I said then, what is your opinion, Justin AI, on a partnership between Nowsite and Eric Worre? Justin AI liked the idea. It said, I think a partnership between Nowsite and Eric Worre could be a fantastic opportunity. Eric is a respected figure in the network marketing industry, and his expertise could certainly complement the digital solutions that Nowsite offers. It's true. This partnership could potentially provide Nowsite users with valuable insights into network marketing strategies, while expanding our reach within the network marketing community. It's exciting to consider, and it aligns with our goals of helping millions of business owners succeed online. It's important to note that any partnership would need to be mutually beneficial and align with the strategies. But he says it's an intriguing idea. So of course, we're on the right track. So I asked, well, what do you think are the most obvious synergies or benefits of the partnership? There are several potential synergies that could arise from a partnership between Nowsite and Eric Worre. One, knowledge sharing. Eric is a seasoned professional in network marketing. His insights and strategies could be integrated into Nowsite's platform. Brand enhancement. Associating with a respected figure like Eric Worre could enhance Nowsite's brand image and position Nowsite as a go-to platform for network marketers. I swear, everybody, this is real. 3, user acquisition and retention. Eric Worre's followers could become potential Nowsite users, and his endorsement could increase user trust. Product development. Eric's expertise could help us refine our product offerings to better serve the needs of network marketers. And finally, community building. Both Nowsite and Eric Worre have strong communities. A partnership could lead to a larger, more engaged community benefiting both parties. I said, I agree. How could a partnership with Nowsite help him? Well, it could offer several benefits to Eric Worre as well. Access to cutting-edge technology. Our AI-driven marketing tools could provide Eric and his community with advanced, easy-to-use solutions for online marketing. Expanded offerings for his community. By partnering with us, Eric could offer his followers access to our suite of marketing tools. Increase reach. Our global user base could provide Eric with a new audience for his teachings and insights. Innovation. Of course, we're at the forefront of AI and digital marketing. This partnership could position Eric as an innovator in the network marketing industry, keeping his brand forward-thinking. And of course, revenue opportunities. There could be potential opportunities through affiliate marketing and other collaborative initiatives. Thank you, I said. I think this partnership makes a ton of sense. We're going to make it happen. Justin AI says, that's fantastic to hear. I'm confident that a partnership between Nowsite and Eric Worre could create a powerful synergy, bringing together the best of network marketing insights and cutting-edge digital marketing tools. It's an exciting step forward that could bring immense value to both parties and their communities. I said, awesome, thanks for your help. I'm now going to introduce Eric to our community. Wish me luck. Absolutely best of luck with the introduction. I'm sure the community will be thrilled to hear about this potential partnership with Eric Worre. Remember that you're not just introducing a thought leader, you're opening up a new chapter of opportunities for everyone involved. Go Rocket. Thank you, Justin AI, for making it crystal clear how much sense this partnership makes. And again, that was totally real. But in all seriousness, everybody, you know, I've personally had the pleasure of getting to know Eric and Marina and their incredible family and their incredible team over the last several months, and it's been a pleasure. I mean, many of you were there or nearby that the day we met that weekend in July in Las Vegas, and we hit it off, and we saw there was a real kind of meeting of minds, and I think we saw how much, you know, we could perfectly fit each other's organizations and each other's vision to bring value to this industry. So this is incredibly exciting. I hope you are all as excited as me. And it is my honor to introduce all of you officially for the first time to my friend and new business partner, Eric Worre. Eric, hello, sir.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning for those of you in United States. Good day after eating too much. I don't know if you did the same thing I did, but I have my walking desk right next to me, so I'm ready to begin the process of getting some of these calories off of me. But hi, I hope you guys are well. I want to congratulate you on what you've done so far as a group. And I want to tell you just a little bit of a story in terms of technology and in terms of why we decided to partner here to help bring value, one, and help take this product to the entire network marketing community. And how we can use it in order to be able to reach the world. So for a long time, I mean, here's my whole tech journey. I've been around for a minute. Some of you might be my age. A bunch of you are, I started in network marketing before you were born. But for tech, started for me in like 2008. And I started, seeing the social media thing, and my kids were using stuff on their phones. And I remember telling my kids, I'm going to join Facebook. And they're like, ew, that is so gross. Can't believe you're doing that. This is for students. This is for college students and high school, and this is not for creepy old people. And if you get on there, we're going to block you. We don't want you seeing what we're doing. So I was like, nah, I see something. And I remember back then thinking about this idea of, my mentor in personal development, and kind of in a secondary way in network marketing, was Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn, more about the mindset necessary to be successful, but certainly in life. And the thought that I was going through in my head is, if Jim Rohn had a little camera in his pocket, and instead of his audio programs and a couple rare videos, that he could use technology in order to be able to not only reach more people, but he could leave a legacy. He could have a different type of legacy, a more documented type of legacy. If you've ever listened to Jim, put a 1 in the chat if you even know who Jim Rohn is. And yeah, so a lot of you do. So, he'd talk about flying on the Concorde, or he'd talk about meeting Pavarotti, he'd talk about walking through Carmel and buying a flower for his girl, and $2, the value he got from $2. Some of you know what I'm talking about. And if he was able to document that, that would be pretty cool. At the time, Gary Vaynerchuk was kind of, I was asking around, who knows something about this technology stuff? And Gary Vaynerchuk was doing a wine tasting vlog out of New Jersey, out of his father's wine store. So I called Gary, and he was getting like 80,000 views a day. I'm like, what is going on? It's crazy. So I called Gary, and I flew out in February of 2009 and spent a couple hours with him, gave him $10,000 for 2 hours of his time. Just tell me how I want to do for network marketing what you did for wine. And he's like, here's what I would do, this. And I didn't do some of it. Some of the things that he suggested I do, like one of the things he suggested, he said, anything you don't like in network marketing, you need to put it on full blast, like hardcore. You just need to be as brutal as possible, even if they're your friends. And I'm like, I don't know about that piece. I'd rather be an encourager. I'd rather be a supporter. I'd rather try and influence my friends, because people make mistakes and sometimes things happen. We take enough shots anyway. So I hear what you're saying, Gary. Love you, man. But I'm going to go this way. So I just decided to start. So I started in March 2009. And I bought a whole bunch of equipment that I never used. And I bought a whole bunch of cameras I never used and lights that I never used. And had to try to figure out how to edit. So here's my whole process. I would film a video. I had somebody make a little open and close and put it into Final Cut Express. And then I would film the video and I'd dump it in there. And I had this whole long, big, list of stuff I had to do, because I'm not a tech person at all. I had to have somebody teach me everything. So I would make this I'd put it in, make this little donut. I'd squeeze it together, and then I had to export it, and then I had to put it up on WordPress, and then I had to write up a description of what it was, and then I had to do a hyperlink. What the heck is a hyperlink? I didn't understand all of these different things. I just started putting out content. And with no agenda, there's nothing to join, nothing to buy. I was just gonna, this was my give back. At that moment, I was still in the field. was my give back to the profession. It really made me feel good to be able to connect with people. And that turned into where Network Marketing Pro is today. This coming Wednesday, I'm holding a CEO summit for the profession for corporate executives here in Las Vegas. And there'll be over $40 billion worth of annual revenue represented in that room from top executives. So why are they coming to listen? They're coming to listen because I have a view that nobody in the world has. I see across 300 companies what's working, what's not, who's innovating, who's not. And then a couple days later, GoPro kicks off December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. If you're planning on attending GoPro or you already have your ticket, put a 2 in the chat just so I can see. Any of you coming? All right, good. Some of you. Or if you've attended in the past, one of the last 13 years, throw a 2 in the chat if you've ever attended. It's so interesting what happened. And again, technology shows up, right? So we started with 200 people at our first GoPro event at the Monte Carlo in Las Vegas. I think it was 2010, I think. Yeah, the end of 2010. And 200 people, 3-day event. We didn't even video record it. We audio recorded it. And next year was 400. Next year was 800. And then all of a sudden it started to go. Then it was 2,400, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000. We moved to the Mirage and it became bigger. And we started bringing in big speakers. And the biggest we ever got to in person was 18,000 people at the convention center in Las Vegas. We had Tony Robbins and we had Richard Branson and we had the tenors singing and we had Pitbull performing and talking about entrepreneurship. And it was just like so fun to be able to connect, but it was so hard. I can't tell you how hard it is as a smaller company, smallish company, to do something like that. It was so hard. And we ended up settling in ultimately at the MGM Garden Arena, where they do the big boxing and big concerts and big everything. The iconic MGM Garden Arena, 11,000 people. And we're doing that. 2019, we do our event and we pre-sell the next event, which we always do a year in advance. So first of all, I'll just tell you, technology created reach for me. So I was able to have an impact on people that I couldn't have. I couldn't get on enough airplanes and I couldn't get in enough living rooms in order to be able to share the message that I had. And some of you have the chops to be able to put out content. You can look at a camera, you can deliver, you have experience with this stuff. And some of you don't, but you still have a mission and you still have a vision and you still have a story to tell. And so how do you bridge the gap between having something in your heart and in your head and not being able to communicate it in the way that you would like, or not having the engagement that you would like, or not being able to find prospects, right? So, I'll just tell you quickly. When I'm building in the field, not in the field, but I'm growing Network Marketing Pro, what your software does, I'm just comparing, what Nowsite software does in comparison to what I did. I had to go find all the network marketers and just say, I had to start little groups. I had to join in little things and I had to go find people in different companies, come on in, let's do all this stuff. I wasn't charging anything. I was just building a network, connecting. And the amount of satisfaction from it was enormous. Okay, so I learned a lot of lessons. I put out during the last 13 years, it's something in the neighborhood of, well, gosh, I've lost count, but it's well over 10,000 pieces of content, video pieces, not even counting print, not even counting audio, just video. And what that's done in terms of contribution, accumulation, one, being able to earn so you can do cool stuff, and then contribution, which is the greatest fuel in the world. to be able to feel like you contributed to someone else and you helped someone else that wasn't totally able to help themselves. That is the greatest feeling on planet Earth, at least for me. I mean, they don't have it in the book of love languages, but my love language is contribution. I mean, it really makes me very, very, very happy. So anyway, back to 2019. We pre-sell for 2020 7,000 tickets. At the end of GoPro 2019, we pre-sell 7,000 tickets for 2020. And then this little virus showed up. Like, oh, I'm sure this will just be a couple months. This will be fine. We got contracts signed. We got all this stuff. What are we going to do in order to be able to make this work? And it becomes apparent that it's not going to be a short-term thing. It's going to become a longer-term thing. And we did not want to send out refunds for 7,000 people. And we didn't want to postpone the event. I remember I had this tour set up. I was going to do a little mini world tour in the spring. And we weren't able to do that. So we had to postpone that, figure that out. And I remember seeing Tony Robbins did an event using technology, interactive. So I'm like, that's going to be interesting. And he sent me a link to be able to watch. And I remember I'm laying in bed, and because his events go late at night. He's a maniac. He'll go 12, 14 hours a day. If you've been to a Tony Robbins event, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm laying in bed, and my shirt's off. I'm laying in bed, and I got my phone. I'm gonna go check this thing out. And I click the button, and I'm on the wall. I'm like, whoa. This is, I'm like in this thing. Technology's working a little too well. I'm like, no, don't look at me. And I pointed to my wife, and she's like, no, don't look at me. Come on, what are you doing? So I'm like, I scramble, find a way to turn the button off. And I'm like, this is kind of interesting though, because there's a different tension being able to do something like that. So I called Tony and said, Tony, can we rent your studio? Because we got this event in December 9th. Is it possible? And Tony said, no offense, I'm not renting it to anybody. The Republicans have called, the Democrats have called, everybody's called. I'm just using it for myself. They're like, fine, no problem. It was a problem, but I told them no problem. So Marina and I have this conversation in July. We're like, what if we built one? What if we don't know anything about technology? We don't know anything about building stuff like this, but what if we did it? I mean, it has to be doable. So we thought it would cost like $5 million to make a studio like this. Wrong. We made the decision to do it in August, and we signed the lease to an empty building, completely empty, brand new empty building on what day? September 21st. Our event's December 9th, okay? And so we basically have 70 days to build this studio, and it ends up costing us $20 million to build this technological spaceship to host an event. And no bank would give us a loan, no nothing. So I'm just letting you know the sacrifice of building something cool that actually works is not something to sneeze at. But remember I told you the biggest event we ever did was 18,000? Well, that year we had 68,000 paid people for 3 days learning how to become network marketing professionals. 100% virtual. We had this whole thing in the round. And we were like, wow, okay, this is where scale meets education. This is where our ability to connect with people changes. So I'm like, the idea of going back to MGM Garden Arena, even though, it's fun and it's cool and it's a flex, and you got, the celebrities on stage and, you feel fancy. For just pure impact, didn't really make sense. And Marina built the whole thing. My wife, superstar wife, built the whole damn thing. while I'm selling tickets, you know, promoting it and putting the agenda together and getting ready the training together, and she built it all. And we got our certificate of occupancy the night before the event happened. And I don't even know what happened behind the scenes to make that happen in the deserts of Vegas, but I'm grateful it happened. So here's what I would tell you. Now it's hybrid, you know, personal touch and technology. Now we have 400 plus people. It's sold out in person. It's a who's who, fancy people in person. And we have, you know, same thing, 50,000 plus connected from around the world in multiple languages in order to be able to deliver. So I'm telling you all that to say I've learned the value of high tech connected to high tech. And I've also learned in my last 35 years